Good morning and welcome to the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show. I am your host this morning, Stoney Love. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. And happy belated Father's Day. I hope that your children treated you well if you're watching this morning. And children, I hope you treated your father as well on yesterday. And every day is Mother and Father's Day. Always treat your parents as if you may never speak to them again. So I just want to say that this morning is going to be a great show. We have a great lineup. And I want to say thank you for always being patient. And today's wardrobe, as you always know, is being brought to you by Unique Sisters Design. Thank you, Unique Sisters Design, for providing me with such a wonderful wardrobe. I couldn't do this without you. And if you are interested in receiving guidance and with fashion from Unique Sisters Design, check them out on Facebook. Unique Sisters Design. There you have it. Today in the studio, we will have author Laquel Farley. Erica Kane will be joining us today. Ann Dillard from Girls Taking Action is here today. Kathy Smith, entrepreneur of K Smiles Production. Katora A. Walker, I'm sure I've gotten that wrong already. She's an actress, model, and director. She's live here in the studio. And will be joining us via phone, Queen of the Mic, Eternal, will be joining us today. And we're going to be listening in a moment to her song, Radical Light in a Dark World. And as you always know, I always give you my morning inspirational quote. The pessimists see difficult in every situation. So whatever situation that you have in your life, always be optimistic, always have faith, and always believe, although you may not see the outcome, always know that what is for you, the universe, will divinely guide and place all of the characters in place for you and make that situation happen. So have no stress, have no anxiety. Just walk in your power and know who you are, and the gifts shall be granted unto you. And after these messages, we will be listening to Eternal. We're going to play her music, and then after that, we're going to speak with her on the phone. We'll be back after these messages.
I came a long way, and God is so good. Yeah. Glory to God, I said. Glory. I was born with a gas mask, cock back, ready to blast, yeah, multitask. Call me flash, Mr. Behinds, get your party crash. Durable, energizing, yeah, everlast. Only what we do for Christ will only last. Got enough to God, got my front and my back. Real talk, ain't nothing better than that. The broken heel, God lives, no picture that. Break the chains, this ain't no game. Have faith of a mustard seed, watch a force rain. Glory to God, cause he the one to bring the change. Renew the mind, heal the hearts of unwanted things. Yeah, 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 yeah. Loose the message instead. Plant the seeds in their head. Feed the souls with the bread. Awaken the bones is dead. Like a virus, let it spread. Let them know that God's not dead. Let them know that God's not dead. Commission, cause we on a mission. Fishermen pushing the vision. Tradition, they can't understand it. We speak in a different language. Reaching the souls is dangerous. Feeding the gospel to strangers. No gamers, no shamers. Evil lifted up lamers. Robbers and bangers, forgiving life changers.
Welcome back to the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show. I hope that you enjoyed that selection by the Queen of the Mic herself, Eternal. And I have her on the phone this morning, Good morning, Eternal. How are you? Are you there? I'm great, thank you. Hold on, let me make sure my phone is okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, there we go. It's like when God said there's light. Ah. All right. So how so how are you? And that song, I did get a chance to listen to it myself. And what encouraged you to write such an empowering song? I love the message.
Thank you. For all glory be to God. And I just want to say thank you and good morning to you and all the listeners. And Radical, it was Radical, right? You prayed Radical?
Yes, radical light in a dark world.
Yes. Well, I was inspired because the time we living in, um, and and just how you need to move. Um, there's so much like death and suicide and depression and a lot of darkness. Even within like the young generation, just don't really have the not everyone, but a lot of the young people is like really don't have like the joy to just live. They always just a lot of death. Talking about death. Depression, like I said. And so I was encouraged to write a song that taught being forceful for God, and
Yes.
being radical is like, being different, being excited, being on fire, moving in a way that they're not used to you moving and just going in for God, going in for Christ. And that's kind of like where that song and some of the words for radical is like thorough, complete, entire, absolute, sweeping, far-reaching,
Hmm.
wide-ranging, extensive, profound, drastic, severe, serious,
Oh.
major. And so with the song, I wanted it to be that type of praise, and so that's why we did it like that. We kind of freestyled most of it in the studio, came up with like the basic concept, like on the plane coming back from the Texas Gospel Excellence Awards. The Lord gave me the idea, like, what are we in this time?
Right.
What do we have to be? And it was like, you don't have to be radical. You don't have to be radical to be effective. And that's where the song came from. And I was just like, okay, Lord. And then we got in the studio, and then it was just, he gave us the yah-yah part, and
Uh-huh.
I told Angelique, hey, I can't sing this. You're going to have to come over here and do this.
Wow.
And she came and dropped her vocals on it, and there you go, radical, light in the dark world.
So it sounds like you're shedding light on the principalities of the things that we really don't see, but we know it's lurking, basically.
Yes, yes,
Who is
yes.
who is your favorite or your most admired gospel singer or inspirationalist?
Ah, it's a lot.
Well, if you had to
um,
choose one, would it be someone from the old days or the new age?
right, I would say in the now,
Yes.
I love, oh man, I love, man,
Well, it looks like we've lost the connection, and hopefully she will be calling us back. I'm not sure what happened. Give me just a second. Hope I'm dialing the right number.
oh Lord, hello?
Oh, you there?
Yes, I
Awesome. Okay, so if we were, you said
am.
if we were choosing the now, you would choose.
Maybe Tasha Cobbs
Oh
or
yeah,
Yolanda Adams.
I love them.
I love Fred Hammond.
Yes.
I just love those that worship God. One of my favorite songs is like "No Weapon Formed Against Me
So
Shall
prosper. That's
Prosper."
right.
And then like I grew up on like old songs like God's got a way that you can't go over.
God's got a way that you can't go around. You must come in at the door. He's the way, the truth, and the light. You know, I
Yes.
don't know if that's okay. That's real old school.
It is
So I
old
don't
school, but
know.
it's beautiful. You have such a lovely voice.
Oh Lord, Lord have mercy.
I do. You
My
do.
aunt said that, but I cannot sing like for real. Like I'll be like, she be like, you can hold a note, and I'll be like, I don't even know what a note is.
Oh wow. Well, you did really good with your lyrics on your album. Is that an album or is that just a single?
And then, Radical Light in the Dark World is actually the newest single released. I do have earlier EPs that were released recently. The end of November,
Okay.
we released the God or Nothing EP.
Hmm.
The God or Nothing EP.
Yes. Uh huh.
Yes, we released that at the end of last year.
Now, will the Queen of Mike, will you women be going on some type of tour? Because it's quite a few of you.
Yes, I'm not sure exactly, but I know that we're going to be doing a lot of things for the Lord together
Oh.
as a body. And whatever God, need for me, I'm here, to encourage the sisters to be there, to be available at God's will for whatever it is. So we're looking forward to it. I know that Sharon is working on a lot of stuff. She's amazing, and she be going in. I want to give a shout out to her and all that God is using her for, and
Yes.
and the Queen. So I'm just here. I actually just joined Queen to the Mic, and I just really thank them for inviting me and bringing me on to the family. And however I could be a vessel, that's what it's really about for me. Is just pleasing God,
And
and reaching others.
and besides your music, what is it that you do to give back to the community and to uplift the community in your spare time?
Well, I'm involved with a lot of stuff that I do in the community. From going out and of course feeding the community. Through homeless. I also give back through some of my product. I make donations back to organizations. I'm also a designer, and so I have a company called 805 South because that's where God first dealt with me here in my community in San Diego, California, and
Okay.
He gave me 8 designs. And so I believe that to educate, the 3 E's is to educate, encourage, and empower one another. And so not only do God use me to help and give others inspiration to live a godly lifestyle, but also with our health. And I took a venture in lupus awareness and cancer awareness, and I recently became the trademark owner of the Overcome Lupus and the Overcome Cancer brand.
Mhm.
And overcome means to fight the fear of. And so whenever we have an event locally, I bring resources and connections and different things like that are available for families that live in the inner city communities and worldwide. It could be anyone, but preferably there are certain communities that lack information, and resources that they need because financially they might be limited to certain services or treatment, And so I get all the resources that I can together, and of course any organizations that could provide this information and services and resources to them,
Okay.
and I have it available for free.
That's all.
Like last year.
So
I
is
had
this just
overcome.
available in San Diego, or is this something that you're doing
Oh no,
globally?
this is yes. Eventually, this will be globally. It's available. Like if someone has a cancer outlet or a cancer awareness event or anything, we definitely would love to come out and pretty much what we do is we give back a percentage of the profit of like say the shirts and products back to the organization.
Okay.
So say if you wanted to have a lupus event, we come out there and we bring the information that we have. We have someone speak about it. We have it open, maybe have an open panel for those that are local.
Yes.
Because everybody's story is different with lupus. Lupus is very aggressive. Janice Freeman, I don't know if you know who she is, but she recently transitioned right before our event this year. She was my headliner. She's from The Voice.
Oh, wow.
Very, very on fire.
I
for
do
God, young
remember
lady.
that story,
Mhm.
and
Yes, and she.
the promise that Miley Cyrus made to her and her
Yeah,
family.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So she came last year, and she was on fire for God, and she fought a very faithful fight,
Yes.
and stood, by God's word. I mean, she would just go live and worship
Hmm.
the Lord in her with her pain. People didn't know how much pain she was in daily, but she was an amazing spirit. So she came down last year, and she was the headliner last year, and we were going to bring her out this year. So we moved the event back to October, and so we're just being a vessel. And any information, I believe that we should never leave the earth with information that could help our brother and sisters or our children or our family. If you have information that can help them get to the next point in life, that would build them up, encourage them, educate them, or anything.
That's
I want to
true.
leave that information. It's enough haterism going around, and I don't want to carry that spirit. So I said, there's no way I could not share information that I got that could help someone else.
That's
You
true.
know.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for sharing so much of your world with us today. Will you please allow
Yeah.
everyone to know where they can find you, where your music can be located and purchased as well?
Okay. Yes, indeed. You can follow me on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, um, and YouTube at I'm Eternal. And I'm Eternal is spelled IMETURNUL. And all music is available, and the ministry is available on where all digital music is sold. You could stream it on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Google Music, Tidal, iHeartRadio. It's available on all digital outlets. And thank you so much, sis.
Well, thank you, Eternal. I am so glad that you joined me today. And we're going to keep this Queen of Mike going. And on the break here, we're going to play Lady Ree from last week. And
Hey,
yes. And I want to say thank you so much. And I will be talking to you guys soon.
thank you. You have a blessed week.
You too. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye bye. After these messages, and Lady Ree will be right back.
Nowadays, people say they with you, but they really against you. They say they praying for you, but they really praying on you. Listen, yeah. Why they praying on me? The favor of God is just laying on me, yeah. No, you can't stop my blessing. I don't even be stressing. I just stay prayed up. Never gonna fall, never give up, yeah. I'm too strong to quit. I'm a soldier for life. I was built for this, so no, you can't tear me down. I'ma stand my ground. I'ma wear my crown. Your hating is nothing major, nothing too hard for my savior. Yes, and praise is my weapon. I learned that with life lessons. Either you with me or against me. Either way, I still get the victory. They praying on me, they praying on me, they praying on me. They wanna see me slip and fall and not stand on my feet. They wish me bad, then they get mad when I do succeed. They praying on me, they praying on me. They praying on me, they praying on me, they praying on me. They wanna see me slip and fall and not stand on my feet. They wish me bad, then they get mad when I do succeed. They praying on me, they praying on me. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Touch my child, I wish you would. She's anointed in mind, that's understood. Keep playing games. Everything here is about to change. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. Oh, I just remember that verse. Sleep on me, you snooze, you lose. Good or bad, it's for you to choose. Either heaven or hell, I wish you well, but the gates of hell shall not prevail. And it's all in his plans, so I put you in his hands. Again and again, all I do is win, win, win. They praying on me, they praying on me, they praying on me. They wanna see me slip and fall and not stand on my feet. They wish me bad, then they get mad when I do succeed. They praying on me, they praying on me. They praying on me, they praying on me, they praying on me. They wanna see me slip and fall and I stand on my feet. They wish me bad, then they get mad when I do succeed. They praying on me, they praying on me. Nowadays, people say they with you, but they really against you. They say they praying for you, but they really praying on you. Listen, yeah. Why they praying on me? The favor of God is just laying on me, yeah. No, you can't stop my blessing. I don't even be stressing. I just stay prayed up. Never gonna fall, never give up, yeah. I'm too strong to quit. I'm a soldier for life. I was built for this, so no, you can't tear me down. I'ma stand my ground. I'ma wear my crown. Your hating is nothing major, nothing too hard for my savior. Yes, and praise is my weapon. I learned that with life lessons. Either you with me or against me. Either way, I still get the victory. They praying on me, they praying on me, they praying on me. They wanna see me slip and fall.
Welcome back to the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show. I'm your host, Stoney Love. And today we have with us in the studio Ann Dillard from Girls Taking Action. How are you today?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Now tell us what Girls Taking Action is all about.
Excellent. Girls Taking Action is a movement to empower young ladies. Girls Taking Action, we actually started this program in Minneapolis, Minnesota, by Dr. Verna Cornelia Price, and she's the author of this book, The Power of People, 4 kinds of people who can change your life.
Okay, so she's the author of that book.
Yes, she's the author of this book, and basically she started the Girls Taking Action program around the content of this book.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So the story goes in 2005, one of the local high schools in Minneapolis called her in because they were having so many issues with girls. We were having girls fighting, a lot of truancy and things like that. And so they called her in to say, hey, how can you help support our girls in the local high school?
Yes.
And long story short, she developed a curriculum, went into the workforces, and got powerful women to come along the journey with her to do this mentorship program. So Girls Taking Action has been in existence since 2005.
That's awesome.
Yes, and recently, in 2017, we opened our Atlanta branch.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So do you find that young adults, young teenage girls, are more troublesome if they have one parent in the home, or it varies?
I think it really varies. And a lot of times people will say, oh, they're from a single parent household, which present challenges. But me being a mental health professional, I see issues. It doesn't matter where.
Right.
I see issues with girls who have both parents in the household. And so certainly there are a lot more extenuating circumstances, or can be, if there's only a single parent. However, we're not to really be fooled that if you have 2 parents in the house, you're not going to find troublesome young girls.
In my research, I find that, and it's odd, that mostly with 2 parents, they're more troubled. And I'm not understanding that aspect. But I can use my family for an example. I was a single mom. I had 4 children. I have 4 children.
Yes.
And raised them with the help of my mother. And, they turned out really well.
Yes.
To have just women behind them. And then we can say that there was my siblings who raised their children in 2 parents. And the children are just like,
Yeah.
no, families, if you watch it, nope. You already know how I am, so it's not a problem. But I'm just saying, it's
right.
I don't know. I don't know if it's
Right.
because the parent is there and then they're not paying them any attention.
Right.
and then that causes a child to act out because, oh, he's here but he doesn't care,
Right.
or she's here but she really doesn't care.
Right. Yeah.
So
I really don't know
the dynamics of why
you
that
know,
happens.
yes,
Yeah.
why it happens, but I do know that regardless of your family structure, there are challenges with growing up as a young woman in today's society.
It is. Now, do you guys at Girls Taking Action, do you deal with young women who may have teen pregnancies, or any of those challenges? And do you teach these women etiquette, things such as speaking, such as how to dress, and when they do have these challenges, how to um, handle these things in a proper way?
That's a really good question. So let me share with you the structure of the program.
Okay.
We're mentoring, we're engaging, we are empowering, and again, we do it with powerful women leaders that we bring in. The interesting thing about our program is that it's ran during the school day
Okay.
on campus. And so we're in the school building, and they
Ooh.
yes, and
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
exactly.
Right.
And so that already eliminates all the barriers of transportation,
Right.
or I have to go home to do childcare for my family and
Oh.
things like that. So we see the girls during the school day. So again, that takes extensive amount of buy-in from administration. They have to believe in our program. And when we go in, we take the girls through, first of all, who am I? We work with them on realizing their personal power, first of all.
Right.
They have to be able to answer that question, who am I? And we teach them right off the bat that you are valuable, you are important, you are lovable, and you are powerful. Just because you were born, this is your birthright.
Right.
And regardless of what anybody has said about you, or what you've said about yourself, or what anybody has done to you, or what you've done to yourself, you are still valuable.
That's right.
You're still important. You're still lovable, and you are extremely powerful.
Now, at what age do you start instilling these? Because those are very powerful words, and they need to be instilled at a young age. At what
Right.
age do you start this mission with the child?
We start at middle school.
Okay.
However, my personal belief is that you can never start too young.
Right.
Right? At
Uh-huh.
middle school, sometimes I find that we're playing catch up
Wow.
because society has already told her what she isn't and what she can't do.
Wow.
Right?
Yes.
And so we come in and we're working, and we work with them on a weekly basis.
Okay.
And so we're not a fly-by-night mentoring program that just pops up for events. We are there. We walk alongside with our girls. So that's the first component, personal power. The second component is, now that you know your personal power, how do you lead? So we take them into leadership.
Okay.
And leading in your school, leading in your community, but first of all, learning how to lead yourself.
Oh, wow.
And so we have had so many positive feedback from school staff who and principal, who's then saying, I saw so and so, and they would be in a fight or getting suspended, and I saw them walk away. And I actually saw them tell another girl, "Oh, you are a subtractor." And those are principles that they learn from the curriculum from this book. We talk about the 4 types of people that influence your life. We have adders, we have subtractors, we have multipliers, and we have dividers.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That is.
So.
Now, I need for you to read. Please repeat
Right.
that.
So we have in this book, The Power of People, 4 kinds of people who can change your life. Dr. Price talks about the adders. These are people who add stuff to your life and help take you to a different level.
Right.
Right? And we have subtractors. These are people who bring the drama, they spill the tea and all kinds of stuff,
Right.
right? And so
And make you second guess who you are.
who you are, right?
Yes.
We also have multipliers. Multipliers are like adders, only except they take you, they have the escalator multipliers. You can go up the escalator. And then you have the elevator multipliers who just like, boom, they swoop in and they're like, okay, come on, do this. I need to connect you with this person.
Yes.
And you need to meet this person and I'll help you with this. That's a multiplier.
Okay.
Now, the trickiest one for me, those are the dividers, right?
They're like the subtractors.
They're like the subtractors,
Yes.
only except they might present as if they're an adder.
That is true. And that normally, and may I kind of chime in on that?
Yes.
That usually happen in the workplace. I would say that because they'll come in as if they are helping you. Let me help you get your desk organized. Let me see what project that you're having to work on. That happened to me, so I can talk about the divider. Mm-hmm. And it made it look like, oh, we're doing a great job here. And then all of a sudden,
Yes.
Stoney's not doing this, and Stoney's not doing that. Stoney's not doing this. And then the next thing you know, they're in the limelight, and you're in the, why aren't you doing this way?
Exactly.
And it's been right all of this time, and now you've divided a whole staff, and then you have everybody looking at people in a certain light when it wasn't even like that, because you
Yes.
are the manipulator
Yes.
and the divider, and you have subtracted, because now that company or person is going to lose a good person, and now they're
Yes.
stuck with you, and
And
that
that-
energy is now forced in throughout that
Yes.
that organization. So
And-
I'm
yeah.
speaking from experience
Yes.
when I talk about that.
That's a
And
really
the divider,
good one.
I want to thank her for being that divider and for being that subtractor, because she added me right here.
Wow.
So, and that was a great thing for
Wow.
me. I didn't know how to handle it at first,
Yes.
but I was like, why? I asked the universe, why is this happening for me?
Yes.
Why are you shaking my stability? I have stability, I have comfort, I have life insurance, I have this, I have that, I make a nice salary.
Yes.
Why are you shaking this up? He says, you can't give the message in this office. You can't do what you need to do
Is that
here.
something?
So I sent that divider
Yes.
to subtract you from here so that you can give
Be
the
walking your purpose, right?
message. Right. It's like, and once you know who you are,
Yes.
when these adversities come in your life, and as you're teaching these young ladies, they won't be afraid of the adversity and the challenges that are presented to them
Exactly.
to help them grow into that and evolve into
Yes.
that woman that they are destined to be.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you take over. From
That,
there.
I mean, that is so right on. You are
Right.
right on with that. Here's where it could be a problem. Now,
Right.
when we empower these girls and we're like, okay, this is what a divider looks like, right?
Ah.
A divider comes in and they act like they're helping, they act like they're supporting, but they're really just gathering enough information to tear you down and come against you and do little sneaky stuff behind your back.
Yes.
And they sneak diss you and they're fake and all of that. That's
Oh,
their,
they don't
their-
even do it behind your back no more. They doing it in your
Exactly,
face. They be
right?
like, hey, sister.
Right? And then to break it down into their terms, giving them example of divider. Okay, somebody might come in and act like your friend, and social engagement is so important to our girls, right?
Yes.
So they're like, okay, if you're my friend and you're my day one, you have to give me your password. Right?
I was getting
You
ready
have
to
to
say
give me-
another word.
Yeah, that's they have a whole family system that has been created, right?
That sounds like
And-
a game.
Well,
Giving you my password.
no, but when you have teenagers at this age, being connected and being able to relate to someone is so important. That's why gangs are so successful.
That's true.
Because they're looking for people
That
who
unity.
want that
Right, that
connection
closeness, yeah.
and perceive loyalty, right?
right.
And so because their brains aren't fully developed, they will agree to things like this because now I feel connected to you. I'm close to you, so I'm going to give you my password. And so what a divider then does is they get on your social media system, right? They see all your messages and then they twist things and manipulate
And it wasn't
things.
even like that.
And it wasn't even like that.
Wow.
Next thing you know, we're at school and we have a big old fallout.
Right, and then it's a fight, and then they want to film it, and then it's just all of that.
And so the dividers, knowing those 4 types of people is
Will
so
help you.
critical. So we use that in the curriculum with the girls. But guess what? In my private practice, I use that with adults as well.
Oh yeah, you just. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Right.
Yes.
And so it's amazing because again, we'll empower the girls and they'll go home and all of a sudden they're saying to mom, "Well, I think you being a subtractor." or your boyfriend. Look,
I'm gonna subtract your phone bill from my account.
right.
We don't have that.
Or your boyfriend is really a divider, mom, and so so they have been enlightened. So we teach them about leadership, right? And then we bring in career coaches to help them along the way and open up their perspective on where would they want to serve, what that might their passion lead them into. And then we bring in a really key component. Now that you know how to, you know your personal power, you know how to lead by your personal power
Yes.
in a positive way, because you can use it negatively.
That's true.
Right? And you have some idea about what you might want to do in life. Now let's put it into action. And then that's the service learning component of our program, where they actually learn that they can look in their community and address the issue and work on how can you change that, because you have the power to do that. So that is our program in a nutshell.
So we're gonna have a group of empowered women, young
Yes.
women that are gonna be able to change a lot of things within our community.
Yes.
Because now they have the ingredients to do so.
And they change it first within themselves.
Right.
They do it in their school.
And I say that to a lot of people, and going piggybacking off of what you're saying.
Yes.
You cannot be an influencer on social media, on anywhere, unless you have taken the steps in that expertise in what you're speaking
Yes.
of and have healed yourself.
That is so true.
Or have sought professional help.
That is so
We
true.
have a lot of a blind leading the blind, and
Yes.
as biblically it says, we fall in the ditch.
We do.
Sometimes I preach, y'all, but anyway.
Amen. Amen.
So we have to take the time.
Yes.
I would never get on here and talk about financial management. I have not healed myself in that area yet. But I can get on here and talk about
Yes.
love, unity, and family, togetherness, because that I have done.
Yes.
And I'm ready to tell people on how they can do that. So people really need to get those things within themselves together so that they can deliver the message in a right way.
Absolutely.
And our energy means a lot, And,
So
and I wanted
much.
to say, I am so sorry that I was not able to come out and meet the young ladies as I was invited to. I get a lot of invitations
Yes.
for a lot of things, and I try to prioritize them. And I'm not healed in that area either. Organization, financial management, none of that. So I'm trying, as I climb my ladder into my destiny, I'm trying to manage those things and those components in my life so that
Yes.
when those opportunities are presented to me, I can answer efficiently and then deliver what I'm asked to do.
Well,
So the next time the
thank you.
invitation comes, I'm going to make sure that I prioritize and that I get there, because I would love to tell them, my
Yes.
story and how I got here. So it's a beautiful thing in what you're doing with the young ladies. Now, besides going to the schools, do you guys take trips? What is it that you do? And
Yes.
how can young women who are not in your school zone get in your program if their parents are looking
Right.
today and their daughter is like out of control and they need some help with their child?
Right.
How can they get with you?
Yeah, we do take trips. We take the girls on outings. We expose them to different things outside of their realm all the time. We are looking to be back in middle schools, and we want to be in at least one high school.
Okay.
We are also looking for funders to help maintain this program, because we exist by people's funding.
Wow.
And so whoever wants to make a tax deductible donation, they could do that at www.gia or giaction.org. So it's www.giaction.org. And we're always looking for powerful women to come in and be models, like we invited you to do,
Yes.
and we will invite you again
Well, I
to
thank
come
you.
in and share with the girls, because we want them to see real life people who look like them, who have made these changes and have been able to overcome some circumstances in their lives.
That's true.
Yes, this is not, look, we're taking them from the reality TV and we're saying, hey, we're showing you real life
Yeah,
reality.
real life.
This has happened for real, for real.
Yes,
Yes.
no doubt. Now, will you please and tell everyone where they can find Girls Take Action, like your website,
Yes.
and if there's a place where they can come or whatever.
Awesome. You can always find us on, again, www.giaction.org. You can reach out to me on social media and Dillard, and you can see our Facebook group, Girls Taking Action Atlanta Chapter. That's another place you can find us.
Well, we're gonna have you back again soon to talk about that chapter as well.
Absolutely. Wait, before
Yeah.
I go, I got you some goodies.
I love gifts. I love gifts.
We want you to have your own Girls Taking Action
Yeah,
mug.
look at there, y'all.
And from Dr. Price, The Power of People, 4 types of people. It's a quick read.
Well,
It
thank
is
you,
a
Dr.
quick
Price.
read.
You just added something beautiful to my life.
Yes, and then your very own Girls Taking
It's a
Action.
T-shirt.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
And I love what it says on the back.
Okay.
I found my power. I am positively changing my world.
Aww.
So thank you so much for having
Thank
us.
you, Girls Taking Action. I really, really appreciate the love.
Absolutely.
And I will rock my T-shirt, y'all. And thank you so much. And thank you, Dr. Price, if you're watching today. And I will
Yes.
check this book out, and I'll give you my feedback.
Yes, and anybody interested in joining us, this movement, it really is a movement.
Oh, yes, it is.
Of impacting our girls. We welcome your support.
Oh, no doubt. No
Yes.
doubt. That was Ann Dillard with Girls Taking Action. And when we come back, you guys, we're going to be speaking with Arthur McKell Farley, coming up next. welcome back to the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show. And on this segment, we have author Laquel Farley. How
Hi,
are you
I'm
today?
wonderful, and thank you
Well,
for inviting me.
it's so good to have you here.
Yes,
So tell us. I know you have a lot of stuff that you do.
yes,
Because you're a coach. You do. I mean, you do so much. The list is long.
yes, it
And
is.
then you look fabulous in the meantime. I don't know how you do it, but go ahead.
Yes, yes. I am a transformational specialist
Yes.
for our youth. I love also helping us. I am an author of I'm Grown, Now What? And it was dedicated for young adults ages 18 to 25. And I'm a talk show host as well for Straight Grown Talk. So,
Now,
yes.
now, what station is your show on?
It is actually on Status Network.
Oh, shout out to Status.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So now, what days that people can find you and tune in
It's
on
the
your?
first and third Sunday, and it's from 1 to 2 p.m.
Okay. Now, so what is your content about? I know it's about grown folks. Is it?
Well, I talk about things in the community. So,
Okay.
like you,
Okay.
I like to address all of the how-tos and educate our community on different topics that they should know. So, we did one recently about insurance, life insurance, which is really important. Next Sunday, we're going to do one on sex trafficking in Georgia.
Okay.
Then upcoming will be an intimate conversation about death. I know that's a topic that most people don't like to talk about, but however, it is needed. So any topics that are related to real important issues in the community is what Straight Grown Talk is about.
Now, recently, my best friend, God rest her soul, passed away unexpectedly in her sleep, but she left behind a 10-year-old child.
Oh, wow.
So now, and I want to know the answer to this question. What happens to that child if, say, the older sibling wants to get it? Are they eligible to get Social Security, although she has never worked?
Yes, they are eligible to get Social Security, but then they have to go through some steps. So you have to
Excuse me.
make sure that child's father doesn't come into play, or if it does come into play, but the child is eligible for the mother's income.
Okay, that's awesome. Because I really didn't know I knew the answer, but that really didn't know the answer. So it's a lot of things that you cover to help the community stay aware of the things that they can and cannot do, or should not be doing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, you were speaking about, I did see one of your live feeds with a young lady in regards to life insurance and how important that is.
Yes.
Can you please reiterate that, because that is so important?
Okay, I had a young lady on this show a couple of weeks ago, named Miss Austin, and she talked about life insurance and the importance of it. So a lot of times we think because we go out and we can eat food, and that same money that we're spending, whether it's $40, $50 a month, we can actually be spending on life insurance. So let's take this for example, just like you just said about your friend and the child. Suppose you die. And let's say that your family have to contribute to your funeral. And let's say there is a young one that's left behind. That is an expense that your family had not anticipated on incurring. A lot of times in today's world, we're fixed on a fixed budget. So that means we basically live from paycheck to paycheck. The expense we can't cover with an additional expense, which will be that child. So many times what we do is we encourage people to get life insurance for the unknown expected expenses. Like one of the things I talked about was I do not like to see the GoFundMe accounts. And I understand what the importance of it is, but you need to take care of your affairs while you're alive.
That's true.
Why wait to pass that burden on to your family when you can take care of it now while you're living? So again, go out and get life insurance, because unfortunately, it's not your family job to take care of your affairs. It's not your family job to take care of your siblings or that child that's left behind. Put your stuff in order. Start today with doing just that, putting your stuff in order for the future.
Wow. I know how it seems like it may be a lot to pay $50, $60 a month, but it's imperative, just as you do your phone bill,
Correct?
because in such a case, something happens, you take it away from your family's grieving process to Now we're in survival mode.
Correct.
Because a family do not want to send their loved one off or have to take the cheaper way or the least expensive way out is by cremating and taking other options. You want, if you believe, you want to do a traditional burial and you want to have things in order. I know when my mother died, she had an insurance policy left for us. It was five of us, but of course, right before she died, 120 days before, my brother died.
Ooh.
So then that split the insurance differently, and he was the oldest. So then it came down to my sister being the oldest and her making the decisions. So the first thing, because when you have a family member, like say an elder, and you know that they have money, and then you have some people who are subtractors and dividers. And at that time, that's when they surface. They come out like
Of
really
the woodwork,
fast.
yes.
Yes. The washing machine is mine, this is mine, and where's the policy? And then you skip from, oh my God, mom or dad is gone, to, wait a minute, let us just get these things in order. So like for my children, I don't have like a grandeur of wealth, not yet, but I'm working on it. But what I do have for now, things that are written, so there's no issues at that
And
moment.
that's what you always should do. In fact, I encourage people to get a will. I hear young people all the time say, I'm too young, I'll worry about this when I get older. No, do you know your expiration date? Because I don't.
No.
No one knows when their expiration date is. There's two dates you really don't know. That's when you're going to enter the world and when you're going to exit. So I tell people as soon as possible, start putting a plan of action together. Put your will together. Get insurance. Stay in and putting your stuff in order, as well as your finance. I also do as a part of the conflict resolution of your finances, I help people get their finances in order as well. So yes.
Oh, I'm one of those. I'm one of
But
those
we're
people.
working together though.
Yes.
To get on the right track to make sure she accomplishes her goal, because as she said
Yes.
that she wants to leave wealth for the next generation, which is
I
her
do.
beautiful grandbaby that's here with us in the studio today too.
Right.
So yes.
That's true. And then, you know, a lot of people don't understand that biblically it is spoken that you should leave wealth for your children. Because life isn't meant for us to just work, 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 work. We're supposed to enjoy the fruitfulness of this land.
Yes.
And so I'm realizing that the hard way, because it seemed like as I get older, I'm going against the clock. I got to get there. Really, I should be slowing down at this point. And one day I was sitting there talking to my daughter, and she was like, Mom, you did it all backwards. And I was like, no, I think I did it all divinely how it was given to me. It seemed like it was backwards to her because like now she's out of high school, she's in college, about to graduate, be a nurse, doesn't have children, she's going to get married. So she's doing everything in order because she has watched me in my life and how it's such chaotic, but I look like I'm together, but I'm really not. And she goes, I'm not doing that. and that's a good thing, that your children can look at you and say, mm-mm. Or they can look at you and say, oh yeah, I like the way Mom did that.
Yes.
So now with your credit, do you do credit repair? How does that go?
Yes, I do. I do credit
so you do
repair.
everything.
Yes. I do credit repair.
Okay.
I help people get into homes. I also do a lot of real estate drama issues too. So if you're
Yes,
about
and
to
shout out
lose
to
your
David
home,
Washington at
Yes,
Kipling Real
yes,
Estate.
yes.
He's one of my favorite people.
If you're about to lose your home, and due to Foreclosure Tuesday, as many of you guys know, that on Foreclosure Tuesday, it's every month here on the first Tuesday of every month. And what we try to do is save people homes and keep them in their homes instead of them being set outside in the cold.
Yes, and Kipling Real Estate is best known for doing that.
Correct,
So you
correct.
definitely want to reach out to them if you're having real estate issues and if you are looking for a home. Now, you guys do also lease purchases?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
So say, for instance, if I want to get a nice, inexpensive home and my credit is kind of rocky, is that something you guys could help me with?
We can help you get your credit right too, baby, get in those homes.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I heard you say inexpensive. Nowadays in Georgia, no, nothing is inexpensive. I did a post the other day about In Georgia, we have the income wages of $5.15.
I saw that, and it's supposed to be
However,
$7 and what?
the federal law says $7.15.
Oh.
But again, you're building homes at $2,500 a month that are like 2 bedrooms. So again, we're trying to get you to get your credit right, because of course if your credit is right, they don't ask as many questions. So it's always best to have your income together and your credit together, and that way you don't have to answer all those wonderful questions of what, when, why, and how. You still have to show your credentials of what you have and what, but your credit will speak for itself.
So I have a question. What if someone filed bankruptcy, like a Chapter 7, and when they start all over again, what will be their credit score after they start all over again?
It fluctuates. It
Oh.
depends on the actual person. So unfortunately, we can't tell anyone what your score will look like at all, because it is geared upon how bad your credit was before you went into bankruptcy. So let's say if you had 535 when you went in, of course you know the score is going to drop, but then right after, all the debts should be combined into one, and then your credit report will start adjusting.
Okay.
And as it adjusts, your credit score goes up. What I always tell people is, immediately coming out of bankruptcy or trying to get that credit back on track, go to self-lending. Self-lending is a service that you can pay yourself. So it helps you do two things in one. One, it reports to all 3 credit bureaus. Then 2, you also save money. So let's say we start off in a 12-month program. You're paid something, 24-month program. You pay something like $25 a month. But at the end of the 24 months, you have money saved that will come back to you. As well as they have one for 48. And so you geared based upon how much you know that you can afford a month. So I tell people all the time, don't come out the gate talking about, I can do $75 a month, and that's wonderful if you can. Be realistic about what you can do. Don't set yourself up in a trap, because remember, you're on the journey to try to get your credit in order.
Right.
So what self-lending has created is a program to help you get back on track to boost your credit scores. It is reported to all credit bureaus. And then we also tell you a couple of more steps to get you on your journey to be able to have the credit that you desire and to get you into a home at a later point.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to bring you back. We're
fine.
going to have to do an hour, because it's a lot of questions that I really, really have for you. So, because this is very good, informative information that can help save and change people's lives. Now, please tell everybody where they can find you so they can contact you. Don't call me asking me what the lady number is, okay?
Yes, you do. Call her. Call her. Yes, you do.
I be sleeping.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at I am Lakel. It's IamLA_KL. You can find me on Facebook at Lakel Farley, or you can find me at Straight Grown Talk. You can email me at straightgt.usa.com. And you also, if you go to the website, you can also go to www.straightgt.com.
All right, there you have it, folks. And we're going to take a commercial break, and I believe there will be a flyer with some of her information there. I hope that you enjoyed that post. When we come back, we will be interviewing actress, director, model, dancer, Keturah Walker.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show, and I'm your host, Stoney Love, today. Hope you're having a fabulous Monday. And guess who I have in the studio with me today? Ketora Walker, right?
Yes, Ketora Walker.
Ketora. I'm famous for jacking up names.
It's a hard name, don't worry.
Oh, wow. So you're an actress, dancer, model.
Director.
What? Director. Okay, so where are you from, may I ask?
Oh, yes, I tell people I'm from all over the South because I was born in North Carolina, raised in Tuscaloosa, Alabama,
Oh.
came here to Atlanta since I was in like 8th grade, went to college in Boston, so that's not really the South, but then I came back here to Atlanta, so I'm just now coming back after a year and back home to Atlanta.
Oh, wow. She's a Southern girl. for
Southern
sure.
belle.
Wow. So, exactly. So, when you were a young girl, like maybe in your teenage years, is that when you realized that you had the love for the arts?
Kind of, subconsciously, I would say. When I was a young girl, even before I was a teenager, I was the most dramatic person you could ever imagine. I'm always putting on TV shows and skits, plays while I'm playing school during summers. You know, during the summers, children don't have anything to do. All our cousins used to come to Atlanta, and we just used to play school. And I would be the teacher. We would have performances. Like, we would actually recreate school. And I'm like, okay, let's do this, let's do that.
Right.
And I would make dance routines, little things like that. And when I went to high school, I didn't really imagine that I could do the arts. Even though I used to pretend like I was Beyonce, watching her music videos, you know, trying to dance like Beyonce.
Oh, you lost?
My old brown bowl hat.
It's okay.
Let me put it back on.
Yes. Right. Well,
All right, let's do
okay.
And so then when I was in high school, I was always told, you're so smart, you should be an engineer, you should be a broadcaster, you should be. And it kind of clouded my own judgment as to what I wanted and where my passions lie. So I did go to college on a scholarship called the Posse Foundation Leadership Scholarship, where I thought I would go to college to do engineering, electrical engineering. So my school did not have electrical engineering at all, but I didn't know about college and that you should actually look for a school that has your major or what you want to do, because I'm first generation, so like I just had no clue. So when I went there, I did computer science for 2 years until I got cast in my first play, because I already knew that I loved acting. I wanted to be in the entertainment industry, and I got cast as a lead my first time ever auditioning for anything, and I was like, oh, look at me. You know, we get egos at some point, so I was like, oh. So,
Hold on. We got to pause this show for just a second. Because now I got to put on my
ooh,
psychic hat.
okay.
Let me see. Ooh.
Let's see.
Are you a December baby?
Not. Close. February. Pisces. Wait.
Well-
Was that you taking the hat back off?
Yeah, take that back off. Hold on, let me throw my hat out the window.
Right.
Call me now for a free reading.
Right.
I'm not going to get it right. Well, okay, I can see that. I just asked because it's usually, like I said, I always tell people the universe gives us these talents. So it's not something you can buy.
No.
It's not something that you can work extra hard for it and the director is going to see you.
Right.
It's there. So now, are you also a writer?
Yes, I do write. I actually wrote my first play when I was in college for my senior thesis project. So that's when I started writing, and right now I'm actually working with some people to write my first episodic.
Episodic. That sounds dramatic.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to.
You're a very
pitch it.
bubbly Pisces.
Me?
Most Pisces are laid back.
Well, so you know I love astrology. So my sun sign is a Pisces, but my rising sign, which is mostly my personality, is a Gemini. So we love people.
Oh Lord, she all messed up because the fishes go two ways, and then
Gemini,
the Gemini
2 ways.
Oh,
Yep.
I would never ask you what time we gonna meet up or nothing, because I already know it's gonna be all over the place.
All over the place.
Oh my God. And this is, and of course, this is your season. This is Gemini's season. So even though that's your rising, and the opposite because of the Sagittarius, so you just might get a good gig.
I hope so.
Oh, you don't. Well, you usually you shouldn't have to because the universe is working.
It works.
Yeah.
I like you.
So.
I like you.
So it's very much given to you, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like a lot of people that are very wealthy, the universe has already designated them. They, it looked like they work really hard for it. Like look at, I'll say Jay-Z for one, Sagittarius. Well, divinely guided by the universe to be that designated person. So I always tell people that it's no accident from who you are, what you do, and how you meet people. It's all orchestrated.
It's all connected. I love it.
So I don't have, like, when I get up, I don't know what's going to happen that day. I was just joking when I said that about let me put my psychic hat on.
Right.
I'm not. Because only he knows what is designed and what he has orchestrated for you. Of course, you can kind of see those things and feel those things, but you don't know what's going to happen.
For sure.
But when you're in the right place at the right time, it's going to come. Now, so you dance as well?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it means you love music, of course.
I love music
Right.
so much.
So are you putting yourself out there to get in movies, anything besides plays? Are you trying to take that next level?
Of course. So, like I said, I did just get back here from school. I went to a 4-year college with the major in theater. And so I just got back last year. I graduated in 2018. And so I've been in Atlanta hitting the ground running. So I just been connecting, meeting people, going to places, doing things. I've been in a few short films that are coming out soon. So be on the lookout. We got some trailers and stuff on my Instagram.
Oh, check you out.
Yeah, and I'm actually in a show right now, but it is a play. Schoolhouse Rock Live will close next weekend. So we've been going through all
So,
June.
you going back to the school? You can't get away from. Remember, you just said. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
also directed something when I first got back in March, actually. So a few months ago, I directed at the Windmill Art Center in East Point, and yeah, so I just been like making connections and just trying to work. I heard you talking earlier about like we always try to work, and we don't try to enjoy the fruits of the land. But I'm gonna take that into consideration too, because you gotta take your time sometimes,
Yeah, I'm always working, so I can't help it. It's a part of that was divinely given to me.
Yes.
I have to keep moving.
Yeah.
I sleep a little bit, and then I'm like, I gotta go to work.
15-minute nap? Okay.
No. I need more than that because if I don't get at least 2 to 3 hours at one time, there's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut your head off.
Oh, well, you gotta get your sleep. I don't need nobody being
I'm gonna
beheaded
be like,
around
look,
here.
I'm sleeping. I'll call you back, okay? And then be like, Stoney, that doesn't sound like Stoney.
Right.
But so I need my sleep, and when I'm resting, I'm resting. But I'm mainly working because I want to achieve something by the time I'm 50.
Right.
And which is not, we're talking 3 years.
Oh, really? You could have fooled me.
Right. So
Okay.
we're talking 3 years here. And 2, I studied acting as a young child.
Really?
And I hope to be in a my own motion picture that I'm writing. So I've had beautiful life experience. And I plan on, narrating that story to the world. So that is my goal. So I'm working. I'm like, And romance used to be like the middle of my existence. But now I'm not so worried about love.
Right.
Because I always said that when I'm 50, I'll be married, and then I'll be super rich, and all of those things. I have 3 years
Yeah.
to do whatever I like,
Claim it.
and the universe is, the universe is going to work on my partner. I've already met him, but the universe needs to continue. I need to step away and allow God to continue to speak to his spirit. Because sometimes we meet people, and God says, there they are.
Right.
But they're not done yet. They need to go back in the oven.
Yeah. Right. You just
So they're like,
checking on
wait a
it.
minute, I'm just checking. You can go back. But it's okay.
Yeah.
But as we grow as individuals, we learn not to be clingy, not to be certain things that we were so we can prepare for that union. That's where I've matured at.
I
So
love
if you
it.
had have found me 5 years ago, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do.
But it takes that, though. You
That's
know what
the
I mean?
healing.
It takes that.
Right. So now I can talk to you about loving yourself. I couldn't talk to you about that 7 years ago.
Right.
I wasn't there yet.
Right.
Of course, I've been divinely guided, but I wasn't there yet.
Right.
So just as you have been divinely guided for your school, remember you said when you were a kid, you used to play schoolhouse. So now you want to what schoolhouse play?
Schoolhouse Rock Live, you know, conjunction.
Oh, go ahead and sing, girl.
I'm not going to do it. Got to save it. You know, got to save it for the show. You know what I mean?
So how can we get tickets for the show?
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead and go to act1theaters.com, and the tickets are there.
Oh, she getting paid, child. I was trying to find out how I can get a free ticket. I like it. I'm always asking for free stuff.
I mean, you have to ask. Ask and you shall receive.
Seeking, you shall find.
Tell them. Yeah, it's this book called All About Love. You was talking about love by Bell Hooks, and I love Bell Hooks. She's a black feminist, writer, author, theorist, all that, and I think people should definitely check that out too, because it definitely talks about everything that you were talking about healing yourself, finding love versus affection. It's so deep, but it's really worth the read. Quick read.
What I've learned on my journey with love is that you do meet people that fall in love with you just as you do them. However, they're not at that place yet to express themselves.
Right.
Because when we meet people that hold us back sometimes, and we meet them over and over in different forms again and again. As I told my best friend Sugar before she died, I said, God and he controls the universe,
Yes.
will give you the same lesson over and over and over again until you master it.
Wow.
And sometimes I almost wish I hadn't told her that, because before she died, she kept getting the same lesson over and over again. And that last time she called me, she said, Stoney, them people over there messing with me again at that leasing office. I said, well, here we go. We're having the lesson again. Now, I think you've mastered it, because now you've called me. You're not throwing things. You're calm. And now you're just saying you're going to relax and you're going to let God handle it.
Growth.
And that was her final test. So when we go through things like I did in love, I kept meeting the same guy with different faces. And this last time I said, you know what? I'm not going after it. I've learned my lesson. They're not ready yet.
They're not ready.
So I know that that's the person. However, usually I'll be like, why aren't you calling me? Why aren't we doing this? What is wrong with you? Now I'm like, you know what? You have a great day. I hope that everything finds you well. I'm so busy right now.
Right. Let them know.
And I'm not sweating. No, I don't even let them know. I don't even answer the phone.
No sweat.
No.
Stoney said no sweat.
No sweat, because I used to do that. But now I've learned the lesson. So now it's going to gravitate to me instead of me trying to make it. Come on, fish.
Can't force it. You can't.
You can't. That song said you can't hurry love. You just have to wait.
You have to.
So in the meantime, while I'm waiting, I have things to do. I have things I have to work on for myself, for my legacy. They have things that they have to work for internally for themselves because of the type of women they've dated. I'm different.
You're different.
So you're going to have to go back to school and step your game up.
Let them know.
Just a little bit.
Step
And
it
so
up.
once you step your game up and pass that class, then we can talk. Because until then, I'm busy. So that's how we're going to go there. So we just have to keep having self-growth, self-development, learn to love yourself so that you can love others in a healthy way. No one wants an abusive relationship. We're not in 5th grade anymore, and we don't want text messages all day. We want a relationship, a healthy, loving, kind, to be seen relationship so that people will know that that is love.
Right.
So I'm going to close with that. Tell everybody where they can find you again, because I don't know. They'll call me and say, hey, what's that girl information?
Oh, yeah, of course. You can find me on social media at _it's Keturah. That's spelled Keturah. That's pretty much my handle for everything, my website, all of that. Yeah, so that's that.
All right, y'all. That was Keturah Walker. And we'll be back after these messages with Erica Kane. Stick around. back to the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show. And y'all just don't know. I'm so excited. I have Erica Kane right here with me, y'all. I've been waiting for a minute. I'm telling y'all don't know. She's a busy lady. She has her own business. And yeah, she made time for me today, for all of us. And I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you being here. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a good show today. I'm getting a lot of good information.
Oh, well, see, you didn't know you was coming to something so good, huh?
A lot of good energy. I'm an energy person. So when you were
Yes.
talking, I was like, yeah.
You know, when we met about a year ago, my energy's still the same. I was a little quiet because I was trying to figure out who I was in the room. I was trying to put my hat on.
Right.
But yes, no doubt. Tell us about your business because you have, I didn't write it down.
It's
I'm
no
sorry.
band, so I have
Oh,
plug. So, so basically, I have a marketing, promotion, and branding business.
Yes.
For the music industry. I've been in the music industry for a very long time. So I kind of know what I'm doing.
I know.
A little bit.
Yes. And you used to, you was a rapper.
Yes. So I was a rapper. So originally from New York, I came down here for music. I thought I was going to be a choreographer because I was a backup dancer in New York and I did some stuff for Jodeci and I was like, I'm going down south too.
Forever my lady.
Right, exactly. And Jermaine Dupri was here and So Def was popping. I was like, I'm about to be Jermaine's choreographer, right? That was my goal.
Right.
And I did meet Jermaine and I used to joke with him all the time. And actually being around them turned me into a rapper.
Oh, wow.
They was like, your voice.
Yeah,
should
you
be
do.
a rapper. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you should be radio, TV.
Yeah, I do that too. But
Right. Oh.
But yeah, so I do everything entertainment, I want to say. Not even music entertainment. So I've done radio, FM radio. I've done, I was on in Columbus, Georgia on Foxy. I did their station for about a year and some change. I've had my own morning show. I'm working on my next podcast. I have some streaming things that I'm going to do. It's a lot.
I always tell people, if you streaming, you dreaming, because it's going to be big one day.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Yes.
This is getting huge. It's the new wave, actually. So if you're not on it, you're behind.
Exactly. That is so
Exactly.
true, because I was reading an article that for streaming live and television, if you have great content and a great show by 2020, and so forth and so on, you're more likely to get sponsors picked up by network, that sort of thing, because it's going to be like that wave of where people pick up their phone. Yeah, I'm watching the Stoney Love Show. Hey, call me back.
Yes, yes.
So that's
exactly
what's going to happen. People are not going to walk in their house anymore and be like, man, where's the remote? And popping people upside the head anymore. It's about turning on your phone, turn on your favorite show, and if you have that good content, you're going to be that person.
Yeah, because people want now, it's instant.
Yes.
Like we live in, the millennials, everybody wants instant.
Exactly.
So yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I jumped on. I'm kind of smart, girl.
Yeah, you are smart.
Yes. So tell us what now that is, the band is no band.
It's no band.
Okay. Now, wait a minute.
I might not want to tell you what it means on this show, but.
No. Who has is it Future that has something about bands?
He might. I don't know.
Don't laugh at me. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm trying to remember it. I've heard it before.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that.
It's okay.
I am a little special.
So we work with my company. We work with what I consider B or C list artists is what I want to say. So I take like Gucci has a label 1017, right? So I just recently did something with Young Ma who was on Gucci's label. So what I have is something called the XP. So it's the XP experience. So if you're a gamer, it's the level up. Anytime you XP in a game, you're leveling up.
It's like on Twitch.
So, right. So it's like
See, I
the
know about
XP.
that.
Right. There you go. So what we do is we bring brand awareness. We bring their fans to them. It's hosted at Andretti in Marietta. I have him race with his fans. He does a show. He races with his fans. It's like getting close. We have a media room. I'm gonna invite you out next.
Yes.
We have a media room, so they get that media coverage, that whole thing. Andretti is one of the sponsors. They are really good. with me about everything that I do over there. So they actually brought my first commercial for my streaming slots. So Andretti did that too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo, girl, doing big
Yeah,
things.
so that's what I do. So I did that
Love
for
it.
Young Mall, and now we have the next one is July 26th,
Okay.
my other XP. So that's coming up. So that's what I do. I bring brand awareness to those artists who are signed to artists, but not as big. Like I'm working with like Young and May her company is next and things like
So
that.
your goal is to get the B's and C's to make them the A's.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Because they need people like you.
Yes.
Because you know a lot about the ins and outs out of the entertainment.
Right.
Because I remember you were telling me before how people will take advantage of you and your brand.
Yes.
If
they
you
will.
don't have that thing in order.
Right, if you don't know. And not only that, it's so many different ways to make money in the music industry. People just think that you got to be Nicki or you don't have to be.
Just be you and be
Right,
the best.
you can be you and be the best and make money like J. Cole. Like there's
Yes.
a lot of people out here that's not like, all up here and doing all these big things, and they just got it from the ground.
Yes.
And they don't have to work a 9 to 5. I tell people that all the time. Like I might have not have been Little Kim or because that's what was in my era, okay?
Right.
Or Foxy Brown. But I ain't had to work no 9 to 5.
Ooh.
I was living and I left home and I said what I was gonna do and I was doing what I said I was gonna do, and I had children doing it. And I breastfed all of them.
Wow, you look
Thank
amazing.
you. Yes, I was on tour. I did all of that because for females, it's always, men are always like, oh, you're pregnant. I used to tell my CEO, let me tell you something. It's in my nature to get pregnant. So if you want to do something with my contract or something, as long as I fulfill this contract, don't you worry about what I'm doing. This body is doing.
Right, but
This
you look
body's
good.
gonna be right.
I
Thank
see you be working out on your
Yes.
and then she gives us inspirational advice about drinking water,
Yeah.
working out.
I'm not like this guru, this
Right.
workout person, but I did grow up healthy. I grew up a vegetarian.
Oh.
Yeah, but then I did eat meat when I got older. Like
So do you ever go to that new vegan place over here in the Weston?
I have not been at a lot of vegan places.
That
yet.
line around the corner, down
You talking about the slutty vegan?
Yeah.
I have not gone yet.
all the way down to 20.
I know,
I'm
'cause
like, you
I
know
have to
what?
find time to stand in line. So I'm like,
I think
when
you need to
find
pay
that
somebody
time-
to like,
right?
my place, call me when it's
right,
ready.
call me when it's ready. Yeah.
Wow.
So I just work out, drink a lot. I lost 40 pounds. Yeah, people were like, I wasn't, I was thick, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people were like, why you? But it was for me. It wasn't for no guy.
Right.
It wasn't for anybody.
Healthy. Keep those numbers right.
Right. It was health. A lot of it is mental. I did grow up in the music industry. I did grow up. You have to be a certain way or a certain type of thing. I don't say my age. I think that's a mental thing for me
That's
too,
right.
right?
Right.
Because it's like when you grow up in the industry. I've been in this industry since I was like 16, 17. My
Wow.
sister did hair for Salt and Pepper. Like I've been
Yeah.
like watching this whole thing all the time.
Evolve.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing.
I would love to talk to Salt and Pepper and find out
Oh
what they
yeah.
do. Pushing real good.
They're doing really well.
Wow. My goodness. So now besides music entertainers, do you help brand other artists?
Yes, I brand. As far as the branding is concerned, I help
Excuse me.
all brands. I don't want to just, even with Andretti, I'm
Okay.
actually helping their brand to get closer to us, I want to say.
Right.
Like, what I'm doing is I'm showing them that we can be in an environment that is considered to be an upscale environment.
Okay.
And we can have a show, we can put on performances, we can do things, and it be cordial and everything happen, and everybody makes their money still. So I am showing them the light and the way.
Wow, that is awesome. It is
Yeah.
good to have people like you who have actually gone through what they've gone through in the industry
Right.
and can actually absolutely say, hey, I didn't read this out of a textbook. I didn't go to a class. This actually happened. Please don't do that.
Yes. That was
And
my
then
life.
people are like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And they trust you.
Yes.
Your level of trust is already here because you've already walked the life.
Right.
And so that makes it a lot better for your company.
Right.
Because I wouldn't want to go to someone who hasn't been through it as far as branding and telling me the do's and say, Stoney, you don't want to do that, you want to do this. I would be more apt to listen to you than to listen to someone
Right.
who has not. So that's a plus. Now, so where do you see your company in the next few years.
So my end goal is I'm gonna have my BET show, right? It's gonna be my BET special. They're gonna do all the behind the scenes of what Erica Kane, and this is where she is now.
Wow.
I kind of like Susan DePass. I kind of like how she went from music to TV and all of that. So that's kind of like that's not kind of like what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I am transitioning. I have a TV already, a station already involved with some things. So I'm moving to television. I want to be the positive voice, something like you, like I just want to be that positive voice.
I'm no
to help
Oprah, but
people.
hey.
I know, but you got it going on.
Thank you. Thank
your
you.
inspiration and being around you that day, and all the females that were there, it was like a huge inspiration. So, no band is going to be that brand. And just remember, you heard it here first on the Stoney Love Show because we are that brand.
See there, y'all? I'm telling you, I get the best of the best to sit right here with me. And I'm so excited, even for me to be a newcomer just a couple of years in. My resume is pretty impressive. So it's like I came right in, and I was like,
You
hey.
ain't no newcomer. Newcomer where?
And for the media. I got discovered on Facebook. We're talking about love quotes,
Okay.
and the little tips of the day I used to do because I had healed, and I was ready to just share with people how to love again,
Right.
how to forgive. Love is forgiveness,
Yes.
and love is kind.
Yes.
And if you don't have those things, you're never gonna love yourself or anyone.
I'm with you with the whole like working on me, waiting type of thing. Everybody
yeah.
thinks Erica's single. Yes, I am. Everybody thinks, but it's like I'm busy. Like I'm doing something. Like
you're
I have
chopping
stuff
away.
to do. Right.
Right.
If you come this way. If you come over here because I don't have time to go over there. I did that already. I went over there. That over there didn't work for me. So I'm gonna be right here.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So I agree. I appreciate that, and I'm like, you know what? Or I'm receiving everything here.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm
You're
saying?
right. I'll be right here waiting when you get yourself
Exactly.
together.
Yes.
I'm not all over the place. I know what I want. I know exactly what
And
I
I'm gonna
want.
stay focused because I did that before. I did stuff people said I couldn't do. I had children. I had a man. You couldn't get signed to no label with no man and no children.
Oh, you
But
did it.
Like what?
Right.
You better. But I did it. You know what I'm saying? And he was my hype man, and he was all of that.
Really?
Yeah. It's a family business. It was a family business.
So where is he? Where's the hype man at now?
You know. he
Don't
didn't-
believe the hype.
Right. He couldn't handle me getting the attention.
You were moving
and,
up.
Right, and him not. Even though we were a family, our kids did Coca-Cola
Same here.
commercials. Yeah, they were on like album covers. They did. My children have grown up so differently, and I'm so thankful for it.
So are
know
you
what I'm saying?
branding your children?
Oh yes, my son's an architect. He just graduated from KSU. Thank you.
Oh, congratulations.
And yes, my daughter's a fashion designer. She designs everything. She did these whole.
I like that because I was getting ready to ask you like.
She did.
I like that.
Yeah, she does all of that. So of course I am way invested in my kids. My one son is a rapper, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, I expect my kids to do unorthodox stuff. Their mom is unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, I support everything they do, and I'm the network. So we don't go saying that that's my daughter, that's my son. I say this is so and so. This
Right.
is that. Come on, I'm the network. I'm the plug. I got it.
You guys have a fabulous mom. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out to your event when I'm invited.
Yes.
So tell everybody when is the next. Can people come out or?
Yeah, so you can come to Andretti on July 26th. It's the XP, and I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't have everything all together, and I'm just throwing this date out here. But yes, you can follow me on social media on Erica ERICA_KANE19, and all the information will be there, and that's on my IG, and Facebook is Original Erica Kane Show. So yeah,
All
you
right,
can
the
find
Erica
everything there.
Kane Show is right here on the Stoney Love Atlanta Morning Show. And I want to leave you guys with this thought. When she just said she's not all together, neither am I. I seen this Facebook post the other day. They dislike me and don't even know that I'm not even all together. I just look like I am. So, don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Get yourself together or act like you're together so somebody can be looking at you and be like, wow. So do not be jealous, but be inspired by someone else. No matter what they've gone through or where they've been, just be inspired. And that way you can continue to have growth and elevation. Evolving, that's all it's about in life. Continue to go up and not down and not sideways. I'll see you next Monday right here, June the 24th. Until then, have a fabulous week.